They are the junk men. They are the con men. I am the walrus. Cuckoo, choo. Happy Friday again. I tell you, man. I got a couple phone calls this morning. I said, I'll save this for my Happy Monday video, but I'll do this now. It's fresh on my mind. This fucking hair keeps bugging the shit out of me. Fucking hair keeps curling up. I gotta do something about that. Wow. I guess times are pretty tough on here on YouTube for people on there conning and scamming and trying to make fucking money. I guess things aren't going too good for them. I had already heard about Sanford. You know, he can't afford the lease on his big world global headquarters. Got to move to a small place. And now I heard the Crypt Keepers hit upon some hard times as well. Got 2 calls this morning. I guess the Crypt Keeper reared his pasty white head. You know, someone told me he's so fucking bad, you know, his face blends with the white wall behind him. They're going to be like, where is that motherfucker? I hear a voice. Oh, there he is. He's still begging for subs and views. He finally reared his head. He's been AWOL for a while. But he still didn't mention anything about that Save the Children 318. Instead, wow, poor bastard, man, he must be really hurting for fucking money. Did a live stream. I said, what? He said, yeah, I did a live stream. I said, really? Guy's able to stay awake for 2 fucking hours? Without having to run to the, maybe having to run to the bathroom. Or maybe he wishes, it depends. He just pisses and shits himself. You know, he goes on the go. You know what I'm saying? Even though we don't go nowhere, he just fucking sits there like a fucking pimple on a frog's balls. Yeah, it was like a half hour or something. And he's trying to sell off a bunch of shit again. Oh, he says, oh, Brian, he was teaching people how to drag race on the cheap. This is how these fucking guys are, man. They want to do shit they won't have to fucking pay for. They find ways to fucking scam people with the fucking paying their way on shit. Like these guys on here begging, you know, they're dependent on subs and views to pay for their junk they want to fuck around with and never accomplish anything with it, you know, and to finance their bills. Says, yeah, he's teaching people how to drag race on the cheap. He's talking about his glory days at tracks. Now, see, I never heard of that. I said this before, I'll say it again. I never heard of this fucking guy. Through the course of my life, you know, being interested in different forms of racing, there are many recognizable names of engine builders, you know, from Ed Donovan, Ed Pink, Keith Black, guys in NASCAR, guys, you know, like Richard Childress team, Hendrick team, they're engine builders. You know, I don't know much about Formula One and IndyCar, I gotta say the truth. You know, but when it comes to drag racing, you know, engine builders, tuners, there are names that jump right out that are pretty common. I never heard of this fucking Crypt Keeper, and I mentioned this a long time ago. You know what I heard from the pickle sniffers? But he was famous in Europe. Hey, this ain't fucking Europe. This ain't Yugoslavia, Bulgaria. This ain't fucking Mexico. This is the fucking United States. American drag racing, motherfucker. Good old American muscle. I've seen a lot of Top Fuel cars, funny cars, pro stock cars, so you name it. You know, and you'll see engine by on their fucking cars, you know, tuned by on their fucking cars. I never saw his fucking name anywhere. Then I heard, but he writes books. Big fucking deal he writes books. Sanford wrote for a magazine too. He was no big fucking success in that. You know, Sanford's following is a little fucking small little group of people that, you know, and this Crypt Keeper. How many of you fucking pickle sniffers even heard of this fucking guy? Until Sanford introduced you to him with part of this fucking scam that Sanford started with the Save the Children 318. Him and Sandy. Because the Crypt Keeper lost his channel and that's his only source of income. I guess he ain't doing any, you know, writing any more fucking best-selling books, is he, for a fucking income? He ain't building any fucking race-winning, award-winning engines that are going in cars that are winning events that's bringing in prize money to support himself. Oh, no, he's not involved in any of that. Is he? So he's fucking panhandling here and trying to hustle money on fucking YouTube because that's all he can fucking do. Same as Sanford. That's all they're capable of doing, running their fucking mouth. Try to make a fucking living off it. Bullshitting people, all their claims and projects and this and that. Really, how fucking stupid are you people? Forrest Gump saw you, he'd say, stupid is as stupid does. He says, seriously, how many of you guys even heard of him? You never did. And all you guys think, oh, because you got your fucking hero worship. It's what it is. It's fucking hero worship. It's fucking cult mentality. They will never do any wrong. They lie to you right to your fucking face. They try to scam you for money and get you to buy shit, hats, t-shirts, books, whatever the fuck it is. Any way they can to make a buck off you. These guys could tell you to eat a shit sandwich and you would say, how many? Really? Really? Here's a word for people like you, but I won't use it because it's not very politically correct. It pertains to the mentally disabled. They can't help being that way. You can't help being that way. You're just fucking idiots. You know? For all your wannabe hot. How many of you fucking guys ever put a clutch in a car? Done a fucking brake job yourself. Swapped out an intake. Put a cam in. Swapped out a rear gear. How many of you guys have done that? You're all fucking delusional with visions of delusions dancing in your head with the same imaginary that Sanford has dancing around in his fucking twisted mind. You know? I get visions of you guys. You're so fucking pathetic. You're probably still living in your mother's basement. Playing Nintendo. Can't get a date because you're so fucking pathetic. You couldn't get laid if you crawled up a chicken's ass or pretended to be a fucking egg. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. Hey, how am I doing so far? Yeah, he was teaching people how to drag race shit. He used to rent tracks for a day, Brian. And then he'd tell people, hey, listen, I have a track for a day. You guys all want to come and race, test tune, whatever you want to do, or just race and fuck around. You got to pay to come. He says, you need to get enough people to show up and pay. So that he got all his money back from renting the track and made fucking money. So he got to do what he wanted to do for free and use other people to pay his fucking way. So he's been a fucking scammer. Now he's an old geezer, pasty white, lazy ass, decrepit crypt keeper geezer. You know? Teaching people how to do shit for free, how to take advantage of other people. Gee, I think Sanford knows how to do that too. Know what I mean? Con men of a feather flock together, as they say. And then he goes off, he's having a big fucking blowout sale. Check this out, Brian. He's saying that he's selling books. And if you're a subscriber, you got to subscribe to his channel. If you're a subscriber, he said, I forget exactly how much he said, how much percentage. Well, it was a big percentage. You get a large percentage off the cost of a book if you subscribe to his channel, if you're a subscriber. Wow, isn't that so fucking generous of this motherfucker? Guess maybe the price of Geritol and the pens has gone up, you know what I'm saying? I tell you, desperate times require desperate measures, as they say. You wonder why I laugh at these motherfuckers. The shit they do right out in the open. You people fucking blind. Stupid, deaf, dumb, and blind, all three. I have my thoughts on that. I'm quite sure many of you do as well. And then he's talking about, he's got a lot of pots around there. He needs to start selling out because he needs a room. He needs a room for what? He don't fucking do nothing. He sits here at a desk trying to stay awake, trying to hold his fucking bowels in case he's not wearing the fucking Depends. You know? You hear Auntie Billy yakking in the other room. How is she doing? She got back. She went somewhere. She went shopping. She put more shit upstairs. She's been one of the 2 spare extra rooms we got up there. It's all filled up with shit. So I got my grandson out of Mrs. Christmas present. I told you, I'll do an unboxing in the assembly. I'll record all of it, but you're not going to see it till after Christmas because he's going to be the first one to see it, along with my daughter and my son-in-law. And Auntie Bill was here first. She's here, so she'll see me while I'm doing it. You will see it, but after Christmas. And I'm like, you don't fucking do nothing around there. Then I thought, wait a minute. Maybe he needs room. Yeah, he's going to be selling up. He's got heads. He's got this. He's got that. You know? Where isn't he putting any of that shit together? You don't have anything. Oh, you still got that fucking 318, that junk 318 Sanford dumped off. And even then, he don't even have the heads here in Florida with that guy that's like, hey, you gonna come pick these things up or what, man? I busted my ass working on these things for nothing. You maybe waste my fucking time and effort for nothing? Really? You made that guy go through that? What kind of fucking friend are you? With friends like you, who needs enemas? Maybe you need a fucking enema. But anyway, hey, how am I doing so far? I'll tell you, I love these phone calls. They make my fucking day. He says he needs more space around there. And I thought, wait a minute, maybe I know why. You know, this fucking dude, like he's going to be standing at a machine doing machine work. Guy can't stand up for 10 seconds without falling over. Even at a desk, going to be leaning on shit to hold himself up. Maybe he's at a point now he can't even fucking stand up anymore. He's going to be in a fucking wheelchair. In a wheelchair, you know, he'd be encumbered trying to maneuver around there, you know, bumping into shit. Now he needs more room to get around a fucking wheelchair. He'll be like that fucking dude there, Raymond Burr, Ironside, you know, in his fucking wheelchair. And I thought, wait a minute. Maybe if that's the case, he needs to make more room because now he's going to turn into fucking Raymond Burr, Ironside. So no fucking way he'll be able to get around. Hey, get mad at me all you want. This old man, con man, scamming geezer is an old man, con man, scamming geezer, whether you fucking like it or not. Too fucking bad. You don't like it, fuck you. Okay? What's the matter? Truth hurts? Suck it up, buttercup. Go write him checks. Send him fucking money. Come on, go give him money. This motherfucker used sick, suffering, dying children at St. Jude's as a fucking hook, a scam, clickbait, to build a fucking channel. That's what Sanford started the ball rolling with to help him accomplish that, because he lost his other channel. His partner died or something, and he got locked out of his own channel. You know the story on that. Oh, the guy needs money. Got to build his channel. Get a fucking job. Go write another fucking book. Go build another race engine for an award-winning race winning team, an NHRA, IHRA. And take a share of the fucking prize winnings because you built that award-winning race winning engine that allowed them to win that event. You don't do shit. You're a fucking has-been too. You haven't done shit for 30 fucking years. Right? Am I right? Of course I'm right. You just don't like to admit it, do you? Oh, ain't that a bitch? Too bad, baby. Too bad. You want a tissue? You want a Kleenex? Huh? Hey, how am I doing so far? And I thought, well, maybe now, if that's the case, maybe this might inspire Sanford and Sandy, because both of them are going to be involved in this too. Maybe that might inspire them to finally build that 318, making 318 horsepower. Because maybe the Crypt Keeper, he might even be a little bit too feeble to be able to wheel himself around and push those wheels in the wheelchair. They can build that 318 horsepower 318 and put it in a fucking wheelchair for him. You know, with a gas pedal and a steering wheel. That way he could motor around there when he needs to motor up to his desk and sit there and fucking yak. And still never mention that fucking Save the Children 318. His excuse might be, oh, I was going to build it, but I need it for my wheelchair. So fuck those kids. I need it more than them. I come before them. So what if I made a big fucking claim? Big fucking deal. Forgive me. I don't care if you forgive me. I'm going to keep scamming you and conning you in any way I can to make a fucking buck off you on here. Hey, how am I doing so far? Is that okay? Anyway, I thought that was fucking hysterical. Now he's doing live streams. He needs more space, having a fucking yard sale. So, wow, times must really be fucking tough on here for these poor bastards. You know, Sanford's can't afford his fucking lease at his World Global headquarters, got to downsize. The old geezer's offering huge discounts on books, only if you subscribe. You know, he needs to sell off all kinds of junk he's got around there. Wow, man, things are getting real tough here. Things are real tough for people here on YouTube. Anyway, I was going to save that for Monday. My Happy Monday video. But I said, fuck it, I'll get it out of the way now. Oh, by the way, I went back to Rainoni's New York Pizzeria. I did something on Community about that. I showed the pizza again. I feel bad. Looks like Jimmy's has finally lost my pizza business. I've been real tempted to try Rainoni's, my favorite steak and cheese subs, Auntie Billy's favorite roast beef and cheese. I've been dying to try their subs, But I'm afraid I might like them so much, and then I'll stop giving Jimmy's a steak and cheese and roast beef and cheese business. And then Jimmy's will go fucking bankrupt, go out of business. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't want to be the cause of destroying someone's business because they lost my business. I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Plus, all the people here in the Table Peninsula that like this shit would fucking hate my guts for putting them out of business. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to. I got to deal with these fucking people. I live around here. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I'd probably fear for my fucking life every time I showed my face in public. So I'm gonna keep getting steak and cheese and roast beef and cheese from Jimmy's. Maybe get a pizza occasionally, once in a while. Maybe. I tell you, this fucking Rainoni's is great. I love it. Anyway, okay, now have a great weekend. Have fun, stay safe. Looking forward to my boy Kenny's birthday bash tomorrow night up at Halo's. We're going to have a blast. And I'll catch up with you on Monday. Yeah, Monday.